A Canadian study has really been focusing on human connection throughout the pandemic, and we have Pete Bombaci, the executive director of GenWell Project, joining us right now with more on the study and the importance of staying connected to one another. Good morning, Pete, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Hey, Kayla, it's great to be here. Great to talk about the importance of human connection for everyone to better understand.
I feel like even those of us who think that we're loners or we like to be alone a lot, we know that this is so important. The stats really show that. Can you point out some of the key things that were found in the study? Because it's all pretty interesting.
Yeah, thank you. Honestly, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, it's really critical that we stay socially connected. And obviously during COVID-19, it's been a challenging time for all of us. But whether you need a little or you need a lot, here's the stats that came back. We did the Canadian National Survey because we wanted to get a snapshot of how people were holding up and how some people were using human connection to stay happier, healthier, and more resilient as we get through the global pandemic. So 60% of Canadians were showing that they were feeling isolated and lonely several times a week. And 46% of Canadians were all the time feeling that they were feeling lonely and isolated. And the amazing thing is 45% of all Canadians across all generations are feeling that sense of isolation and loneliness. And I think that's an important thing for us to understand. It's literally, if it's not you, it's probably the person beside you, because that's really where the numbers are coming out. And so I think it's important for us all to understand the role that we can play, whether we're suffering or struggling, or maybe it's somebody else we know who we can reach out to and have a conversation with.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I am one of those people that do love being alone, but I know my Baba has had a really hard time in this pandemic, and I talked to her yesterday. I'm going to try to go see her today, actually, after the show. So the role that we have to play, what else would you recommend for folks if it's themselves or their loved ones maybe feeling a little lonely, a little isolated? What else can we be doing in a safe way to reach out? Maybe some things that we're not thinking of.
Yeah, I think most of us probably understand what we can do or can think of it. I think a lot of it is just prioritizing human connection. Most of us were never educated on the importance of human connection. We've been told to exercise. We've been told to eat well. But now the research is showing that social connection is as important, if not more important, than both of those in regards to keeping us happy and healthy, and certainly for living a longer and more resilient life. So, simple things like using digital technology. All technology is not bad. If it can help us supplement the face-to-face connections, then that's a beautiful thing. Physical distancing, going for a walk, staying connected with people, making sure that we're following all the protocols, but still making time to go see, whether it's elderly people who might be struggling because they're lonely and isolated, but let's not forget young people, whether it's going for a walk with a neighbor, a friend, a colleague, so many ways in which we can all help each other. And it's simply by having a conversation. It may be the greatest gift we can give each other right now.
Oh, Pete, everything you're saying is so beautiful this morning. Unfortunately, we are all out of time, but where can we be sending folks online if they want to maybe take a better look at the study, learn some more things, maybe learn some ways to stay connected, maybe ways to prioritize that? Where should we be sending folks online or through your social media?
Yeah, thank you so much. They can head over to genwellproject.org to download the results from the research, but they can follow us on our social media handles, where every day we're presenting tips, tools, and ideas on how we can all start building healthier connection habits starting today.